Debt. Just hearing the word can feel like a dark cloud hanging over your financial future, right? It's stressful, frustrating, and often feels like there's no end in sight. But here's the good news. There's a way to tackle debt head-on and come out stronger. One strategy that's helped millions is the debt snowball method by Dave Ramsey. It's simple but incredibly effective. And the best part? It's not just about paying off debt. It's about building momentum and confidence while setting yourself up for lasting financial success. Today, we're going beyond the basics of the debt snowball method. I'll show you how to not only eliminate debt, but also keep growing your income and protecting your net worth along the way. Whether you're staring down credit cards, student loans, or car payments, this plan is for you. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to get out of debt, stay out of debt, and build the financial freedom you've always wanted. Let's roll up our sleeves and get started. What is the debt snowball method? The debt snowball method is a debt reduction strategy where you focus on paying off your debts in order of smallest balance to largest balance, regardless of the interest rates. The idea is simple yet powerful. As you eliminate each smaller debt, you gain momentum, both financially and psychologically, to tackle the larger ones. Let me break it down for you guys. Step 1. List your debts from smallest to largest. The first step in the debt snowball method is to get a clear picture of what you owe. You need to list all your debts, starting with the smallest balance and working your way up to the largest. This order is key. It doesn't matter what the interest rates are right now. The goal is to set yourself up for quick wins by focusing on those smaller debts first. Why do this? Because knocking out smaller debts quickly gives you a sense of achievement, builds momentum, and motivates you to keep going. Debt repayment isn't just about numbers, it's also about mindset. Here's an example. Let's say you have the following debts: a $300 utility bill you forgot to pay, a $1,200 credit card balance, a $7,000 personal loan, and a $15,000 car loan. When you list them by balance, it looks like this: $300 utility bill, $1,200 credit card balance, $7,000 personal loan, $15,000 car loan. This creates a clear roadmap, allowing you to focus on one debt at a time while building momentum as smaller balances are paid off. Step 2. Make minimum payments on all your debts except the smallest debt. Once you've listed your debts in order of smallest to largest, the next step is to maintain the minimum payments on all of your debts except the smallest one. The key here is to avoid skipping or delaying any payments, even on the larger balances. This keeps you in good standing with your creditors and prevents further penalties or interest rate increases. Why is this step so important? The minimum payments ensure that you're not adding any more debt or facing legal consequences due to missed payments. It keeps everything moving forward without jeopardizing your financial standing. But what truly powers the debt snowball method is the way you direct your extra funds. Once you've determined the minimum payments, all your attention turns toward the smallest debt on your list. Focusing on the smallest balance first helps you build momentum. By eliminating that debt faster, you'll not only reduce the number of monthly payments you need to manage, but also experience a win that can boost your confidence and determination. As you pay off smaller debts, you'll feel motivated and empowered to keep moving through the rest of your list. Let's use an example. Debt A, $300, minimum payment $25. Debt B, $1,200, minimum payment $50. Debt C, $7,000, minimum payment $200. Debt D, $15,000, minimum payment $300. In this example, you would pay the following. For debt B, C, and D, make just the minimum payments of $50, $200, and $300 respectively. Direct all your remaining funds towards paying off debt A with a $25 minimum payment. The reasoning here is simple. While you're keeping up with all other obligations, you're aggressively attacking that smallest debt. Once it's paid off, the minimum payment you were making on that debt becomes available to use toward your next debt, giving you even more momentum to continue the process. This step is critical for your success as it keeps you on track, maintains your credit health, and enables you to chip away at your debt in a strategic and motivating way. It's about steady progress rather than feeling overwhelmed by the entire debt load at once. Step 3. Throw as much extra money as you can on your smallest debt until it's gone. Once you've got the minimum payments covered on all your other debts, this is where the magic happens. In step 3, you focus every bit of extra money you can muster toward your smallest debt, while continuing to keep up with the minimum payments on your other debts. Why is this step so crucial? The more money you can pour into your smallest debt, the faster it'll disappear. Not only does this shrink your overall debt load, but it gives you a quick win that fuels your motivation to keep going. The momentum of eliminating one debt creates psychological rewards. It's incredibly satisfying to see that balance go down faster, and that feeling of success propels you to tackle the next one with even more enthusiasm. The goal is to find every extra dollar you can, whether it's from cutting non-essential spending like dining out, subscriptions, or entertainment, or using a temporary side hustle like selling unwanted items or picking up a part-time job. The more you apply to your smallest debt, the faster you get closer to crossing it off your list. Let's look at an example for clarity. Debt A, $300, minimum payment $25. Debt B, $1,200, minimum payment $50. Debt C, $7,000, minimum payment $200. Debt D, $15,000, minimum payment $300. If you have extra money, say you cut your weekly food budget by $50 or find an extra $100 in unexpected income, you throw every bit of that extra cash toward Debt A. Instead of just paying the minimum $25, you put all that extra money in, bringing your payment to $175 or whatever amount you can afford. The faster you pay off the smallest debt, the quicker you free up that minimum payment, $25, which will then roll into the next debt once you move on to it. Think of it this way: the more aggressively you attack this smallest debt, the sooner you free up resources, and that little snowball of debt will grow exponentially larger. Your progress starts feeling real, and that makes tackling your larger debts seem not only possible, but actually achievable. The key takeaway here is focus. This is the time to buckle down and stay disciplined in dedicating as much money as possible to your smallest debt. You'll be amazed at how quickly your debts start shrinking once you give them everything you've got. Step 4. Take what you were paying on your smallest debt and add that to your payment on the next smallest debt until it's gone too. Now that you've eliminated your smallest debt, it's time to take the victory you've just achieved and roll that momentum into your next debt. In step 4, you'll take the amount you were paying on your smallest debt and add it to your payments on the next smallest debt on your list. Here's why this step is so powerful. By increasing your payments toward your next smallest debt with the freed up money, you're turbocharging your efforts. That extra amount allows you to pay off your next debt even faster. It's like accelerating through the debt repayment process using the payments you've already made as leverage. Let's say you've already paid off the $300 utility bill. The minimum payment you were making for that debt was $25. Now that this debt is gone, you add that $25 to the next smallest debt, which could be your $1,200 credit card balance. Here's how it looks. Paid off, minimum payment $25. Debt B, $1,200, minimum payment $50. Debt C, $7,000, minimum payment $200. Debt D, $15,000, minimum payment $300. Now, instead of just paying the $50 minimum payment on the credit card, you pay $75, $50 plus $25 from Debt A toward it every month. That additional payment helps you pay off the credit card faster and get one step closer to financial freedom. What's important here is consistency. You keep the pressure on as you tackle each remaining debt one by one. You'll gradually see your payment amounts increase without having to find extra money, and the debt snowball effect will build momentum. The more you pay off, the more money you free up to go toward the next debt. And before you know it, you'll have knocked out several debts, reducing the number of things you owe. It's all about compounding the power of your payments. Each time you eliminate one debt, you give yourself more money to eliminate the next one even faster. Keep repeating this process, and soon your list of debts will be much, much smaller, and your financial freedom closer than ever. Step 5. Repeat until each debt is paid in full and you're completely debt-free. Now comes the final and most rewarding step. Repeat this process until every last one of your debts is paid off. With each debt you eliminate, you free up more money to tackle the next one, and the snowball effect grows. The more debts you knock out, the bigger your payments get, allowing you to pay off each subsequent debt even faster. As you progress, it'll feel like your debt is shrinking faster than ever. That's because you're consistently rolling the payments you were making on your smaller debts into the payments on your larger ones. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger, faster, and more powerful with every pass. The smaller balances disappear first, leaving the bigger ones to melt away with the same momentum. And the excitement, it's a game changer. Each time you eliminate a debt, it's a little win that builds motivation for the next one. Seeing your progress, whether it's paying off a small medical bill or clearing a big credit card balance, is deeply satisfying. The closer you get to that debt-free finish line, the more motivated you'll be to stay on course. For example, after paying off your utility bill, you focused all that energy on your credit card, then your personal loan, and soon enough, your car loan is the only one left. At that point, the money that was going toward your smaller debts is now directed fully toward that car loan, and you'll watch that large debt disappear. Before you know it, your list will be completely clear. Your financial future will feel brighter, lighter, and full of potential. You're debt-free, and with the habits you've built along the way, you've also established a strong foundation to protect your finances in the future. No more debt holding you back. You've conquered it all. And that's it. 5 simple, powerful steps to take control of your debt and achieve financial freedom. By following the debt snowball method, you can knock out your debts one by one and build the momentum you need to stay motivated all the way to a debt-free future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more practical financial tips and strategies. Keep pushing forward, and remember, you've got this.